Okay, can we legitimately talk about how it's baffling to me that the royals in England get so much coverage in the United States and people are so interested in them?
It is pretty fascinating.
4,
3, 2, 1.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know, because was it ever the case before? Like, even like around the time, well, I don't know. The King's Speech had a really, I feel like, had really good reviews, even though it wasn't necessarily my favorite movie. But like, what I'm getting at is, I don't know that they were as popular even 15 years ago as they are now. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I remember Princess Diana.
That probably made the change. That probably affected people's interest.
Yeah, I think Princess Diana had a pretty big profile back in the day, and maybe that's what brought it about, where she kind of became an international celebrity, and everything's kind of been.
And I guess William and Henry both had more of an international presence. Like, remember when they were both growing up and they would literally go to like parties in the U.S. and like Harry was like dating models.
That's copyright too by Miley Cyrus.
Party in the USA.
Party in the U.S.
Did I actually say that?
No one can party in the USA.
We can't say anything about parties in the USA.
Don't worry, he didn't throw his hands up. We weren't playing her song. Everything was not okay.
We're not nodding your head like, yeah.
Or moving your hips like, yeah.
This is off the rails already.
Obviously, I haven't been alive forever, so I can't comment on, all of eternity, but I feel like there's a fascination of just royalty in general, like kings and queens and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like
fascinating tradition,
Yeah, and so I don't know. I can imagine it's probably been there for a long time, especially since we came from what?
You can imagine it's been there for a long time.
Well, you guys are saying like it's a recent thing. I don't know if it's recent. I think it's been pretty much.
Oh, you're saying the interest has been okay. I thought you were saying royalty, kings and queens have been around for a long time.
Oh yeah, I mean, kings and queens have been around for at least 20 years or so. So
it's the new trend sweeping the world.
With the millennium.
Dang millennials.
Dang millennials with their kings and queens.
Who do they think they are? This is America.
I think so far as to argue that the soul. How do I say this?
Oh, we can't say kings and queens either. That's copyright by Ava Max.
I don't know who that is.
Are you serious? Actually, she's more recent, but she's awesome. You should look her up. Ava Max. Also, if you're listening to this, you are great too.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I got.
I thought you were.
Okay, wait. I have a comment on the royal family thing.
Okay.
Okay. So I was listening to another podcast, which other people shouldn't do. They should only listen to this podcast.
Thank you for the clarification.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly. Don't listen to other podcasts.
Nope.
But someone like Princess Diana and now Meghan Markle are like very like, what's the word I'm looking for? They're like exposing the royal family.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make a comment on that necessarily, other than to say like I feel like that is what gained a lot of popularity, because before the royal family is just kind of like boring, but then like Diana and Meghan Markle like revealed all of this like controversy.
Yeah, the turmoil
like
of being royal and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think that's possibly true.
Can you imagine being in that world?
Would
I'm not even putting that in the form of controversy. I just mean, can you imagine living that life?
Would you choose it if you had the chance, knowing what you do on the public side?
No.
It's funny. So like, if you asked me this 5 years ago, I would have probably said absolutely, because it sounds like a fascinating like an extremely cultured life. But like, I don't know. After all this went down, okay, so maybe I am talking about a little bit about the controversy. Like after all this went down, and like the kind of, I guess, controversy removed, the amount like that your freedoms really are restricted, or the extent to which you kind of have to put on a face, just bearing the responsibility of being an image for this institution or this firm, as Harry and Meghan call it. It's kind of fascinating. So absolutely not. I think it would drive me crazy.
Yeah, I feel the same. I would not want to be born into that sort of spotlight and publicity. And it's interesting because I think Japan still has an emperor. The emperor has waned in power a lot throughout its history,
Sure.
but it's especially been pretty much a ceremonial figure since I think after World War II. And I think the most recent emperor's son, or the most recent emperor, I can't remember which, one of them like abdicated because they didn't want to hold that responsibility anymore. And I think in many ways, because there isn't real political power, but there's still all the ceremony behind it, maybe it's not, it's basically being a celebrity at this point in time. And it's being a celebrity without choosing to be a celebrity. So it's obviously not going to be for everybody.
I think the main reason that I wouldn't want to be a part of that world is because part of the reason I value freedom so much, just individual freedom, is I want to be able to make a rallies run whenever I want to. I fear that the future King of England can't do that. He has to have somebody. Rallies is not the same if you have to send somebody out to get it for you. Not that they have rallies in England, and not that this makes any sense.
Yeah, they might have checkers actually.
Or Frisch's. Like Jimmy John's on Palace grounds. It's not the same if you're not driving in like a 2001 Honda or just some beater to go pick it up yourself and risk getting a completely different order that from which you ordered that other than, I can't speak today, getting a completely different order than what you actually ordered. If somebody brings it to you, especially if it's the palace ordering it and it's going to be right, it's not going to taste as good.
I do want to bring attention, though. We are not making fun of anyone who is driving a 2001. So if that is you, it was, just don't worry about it. It was just a joke.
Here's my thought on the royal family thing.
Thank you.
Oh.
Yes, kitty cat.
Yeah.
Meow meow.
Thank you, turkey. Meow. I would just think it would also be boring. I don't know. Does anybody else feel that way? Like, I kind of imagine being a princess and just like, I don't know, you don't really have your own life.
Yeah.
And you don't work.
Fine, absolutely.
And
well,
it seems like it's probably really just like traditional. Could you?
Yeah, like Princess Anne. I think most people do tons of charity work and that sort of thing. So you can easily get out and do charity work. I'm pretty sure Princess Anne, who is my favorite royal, who has a ton of interesting stories about her, including a time where someone attempted to kidnap her and she basically told him off at one point.
Anne was Charles's sister, correct?
I think so.
Wow, and she's your favorite? You don't even know.
Well, I don't know the royal family. I just know
Princess
her.
Anne, if you're listening.
Yeah. Future Peacock.
We're sorry.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain. I'm trying to keep it together in my head, but go on.
I can't keep track of the royal family and who's connected with what, but it may be, I can't remember if it's Elizabeth's sister or Charles's sister, but
I think Margaret, that I can confirm. Margaret is Elizabeth's sister. Anne is Charles's sister.
Okay. Yeah, and she does tons of charity work and doesn't get a lot of publicity for it, unfortunately, or not. I don't think she gets the proportion that maybe is owed to her, but she's got some pretty awesome stories. And I think she was an Olympian too, if I remember right.
Pretty sure you made that up.
No, I'm pretty sure that's right. And I think she was an Olympian in equestrian sports, if I remember right.
I think she's won the most swimming gold medals of all time.
She's Michael Phelps.
Oh yeah, sorry. That was Michael Phelps.
Princess
I
Anne
know
Michael
she was
Phelps.
heavy in that sport. I didn't realize she actually made it to the Olympics. So maybe you didn't make that up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she made it to the Olympics.
Thanks for taking a ride on Spaceship Piff. If you're interested in another trip, check out one of our other videos. And consider leaving a comment on our most recent podcast about how you paid it forward.